There's definitely not a shortage of stainless steel sports watches in the marketplace. It's a very saturated category, and this is due to the high demand. So if you're going to draw attention away from the usual suspects, then the design you bring to market has to be distinct and fresh. And fortunately, that's exactly what the Chopard Alpine Eagle is. Now, the model we're looking at today is the large 41mm model with a pine green dial. The large nomenclature might scare off some, but with its 41mm case diameter, it's definitely not too large, right? Especially in a world where people are buying watches even 42mm and upwards. But with the 41mm diameter, it does have a compact lug-to-lug of nearly 47mm, and it's super slender at 9.7mm thick. Now, for those who are quite sticklers with measurements, the effective lug-to-lug, due to the cambering flare of the bracelet, is 53mm. So if you have, like myself, what some would call a tiny wrist, definitely try this one on in the metal before you decide to pull the trigger. The Lucent Steel case has a really nice luster to it. The fact that Chopard points out this difference in material is not just marketing or gimmick. It really has almost an appearance of white gold, and it's a bit tougher than your standard stainless steel, so it's a little bit less prone to scratches over the course of normal wear. In line with other luxury sports watches, the Chopard Alpine Eagle is handsomely finished on its case and bracelet, with a predominantly brushed finish that's further bolstered by accents of fine mirror polishing. Moving beneath the sapphire crystal of this screw-down crown-secured 100-meter water-resistant watch, your eye will be immediately drawn towards its pine green dial. Now, the pine green color is obtained through a PVD treatment, and it has a raised line swirling texture that's meant to evoke the iris of an eagle's eye. So, it's no secret where the Alpine Eagle name comes from. Surrounding the dial, you have applied Roman numerals and indices that are each filled with superluminova, and as you move inwards, you'll find the central handset with an hours, minutes, and running seconds hand. Now, some might moan at the fact that the date complication is placed at the controversial 4:30 position, but as you look at the dial, I think we can all agree that thanks to its white on green disc, it blends really well into the dial. Within the saturated segment of steel sports watches, at times, the designs of bracelets can really blend into each other, and they look quite similar. But the Chopard Alpine Eagle bracelet is very distinct in aesthetic, and this is a good thing, right? It really helps make the watch stand out that much more. The squared center link is mirror polished, but unlike other bracelets, is actually raised and then sandwiched by ever so slightly wider links that are brushed and then on their outer shoulders beveled with a mirror polish. For a watch that within its category is quite thin at 9.7mm thick, it's great that the bracelet is also thin in profile. Inside the watch, beneath an exhibition caseback, is Chopard's in-house caliber 0101-C, a COSC-certified automatic caliber with 60 hours of power reserve. As you would expect from the Chopard Maison, the movement is handsomely decorated, but it's not done so in the most traditional manner. When you look at the bridges, you'll notice a sort of swirled linear graining that's meant to mimic the texture that we see on the Eagle Iris style. The rather muted nature of this finish to the bridges allows the chamfers applied at the edges to pop that much more. Ultimately, there's a lot to like about the Alpine Eagle. And fortunately for those who are concerned that the large might be too big for the wrist, you can opt for the smaller size. But when you stack the Alpine Eagle against its competition, the Lucent Steel and its luster, the screw-down crown-secured 100-meter depth rating, COSC-certified chronometer caliber, and its intriguing dial texture and color, well, I think it speaks for itself that the Alpine Eagle is a truly competitive offering within the saturated segment of luxury steel sports watches. It's robust, it's elegant, and most importantly, it's distinct. And at a price of $14,800 US, which is nearly half or more the price of the watches it's commonly stacked against, you're getting a lot of watch for the money. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the Time & Tide channel for all the latest watch news, reviews, and content. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.